Hello Aries, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. Just fell right out. Love. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. This could also be current. For others of you, this could be a situationship. For a small portion of you, this could be someone that you've met. You have a lot of connection and energy with this individual, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. And I have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. Wow. A lot is happening. You actually have a peekaboo card here. So, Aries, what's going on? My God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Very dark gray clouds, dark and dreary. This is yourself. You have been going through this as well. But your person of interest, this is their feelings. However, I also see that you're experiencing this too. Not good. You guys are mirroring each other. It's a very strong and intense connection. We have here love, first card's the strongest, followed by selfhood. After that we have awakening, creativity, fear, beliefs, crisis, laughter, wild woman, and then we have grief under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, the connection that I have with you, it's hard to explain. This is true love. It is pure love, sacred love. This is what I would call unconditional love. This is what I feel for you. And it does not change. It remains the same. It is a constant. But I see that because of the way that I have behaved, because of the things that I have said and done, you have now changed. I see you now as someone who is quite self-sufficient, self-reliant. You don't need me, you don't need anybody. But also someone who is quite defensive. Once bitten, twice as shy. It's hard for you now to trust anyone. And it rains. It rains a lot. And those nights when it rains, I don't want to be alone. There's gray outside. There's blue outside. And for some reason I miss you more when there's rain. I feel like even the clouds and the heavens are crying. Where were we once and where are we now? I feel that in this connection, you have changed. Unfortunately, I have been that one to make this happen. It really wasn't supposed to happen. And that change for you might not have been the best. Why? I came to you and I came into your life doing whatever it was that I was doing, but After what happened between us, I understand now you had to change. If I approach you again, I don't know who you are. That flame that once burned brightly, it's extinguished. How do I reignite that flame? I don't know. I want to know, but I feel that I can't. A part of me really hurts because I know I've lost you forever. And I know that now you don't need me. It's hard for me to move on. Around you, it seems as if you are now single and ready to mingle. And that scares the hell out of me, because then that makes me feel that I've lost you. I have come to this awakening, this understanding. I see things now, finally, after this distance. I see things now from your perspective. I see things now from your lens, and I've put myself into your shoes. I never used to see things in that way before, but now things have changed. I see more, and I don't like what I see. A part of me wants to create something with you, something long-lasting that the world can see. A web of love I would love to weave and have you in the center of my world. But I'm afraid. The love that I feel for you is so intense that I fear. This passion, I fear the way this intensity is. This fear that I have, once upon a time I was very confident. I felt my self-worth. I was very confident, independent. Now I feel worthless. I feel useless. And I feel that in this connection, I have so much fear and paranoia that it's difficult for me to even move on. There's a part of me that just feels nervous. But I do get anxiety, sometimes even a panic attack. I'm no longer confident. I have a lot of insecurities and I don't have self-esteem anymore. It's gone. Why? Because I've realized now that you and I, we really are worlds apart. My beliefs versus your beliefs are so different. You're from a different background, so am I. Your mindset is different. And the things that you believe in, the things that you think are good and real, sometimes I don't see that. We are not on the same page. Not only that, but because of this, we are not on the same page. But because of this, I have seen things now that I shouldn't have. I see how I have treated you very poorly, and I only saw things the way I wanted to see them. Because from my point of view, that's what was right. I just didn't think that I could be wrong. Seeing things from your perspective is an eye-opener. And now I see that you are right. But do I admit that? I wish I could. I find it hard to reconcile all this. And I am very overwhelmed. Yes, you and I have differences, Our opinions are different, morals, ethical values. All of that is so unique. My upbringing versus yours is quite different. And now my mind is a mess. I'm in this crisis mode. Whatever I'm feeling, I feel that in this connection, there's this unknowingness, the unknown, something that's new, and fear that comes along with it. There's mental anguish, frustration, and impatience, and I find it difficult to move on. You are my best friend. You are my confidant. You are everything that I've always wanted. And yet, that friendship may now be ruined. You are that person that makes me laugh. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. All of these beautiful things, they come from you. I do feel that in this connection, I could have been a better person. I could have just spoken the truth. But I was trying to be sneaky, doing things behind the scenes, not trying to get caught. And now look what happened. It all went downhill. I didn't want to have only half-truths, to make up stories. I wanted there to be truth. But the circumstances that I was in, I thought it was okay. Now it turns out it was not okay. And now I grieve over this, my behavior. I fear that I've lost you forever. I felt and I feel now guilt, remorse, regret. So many things I feel. So much has changed. Right now, I feel as if I have lost you. There is this darkness that exists, and the light was you, but that light is now fading. And as it fades, I know I'm losing you, piece by piece, bit by bit. Am I ever going to get you again in my life? Will we ever be together again? Will I ever see you again? I took you for granted. Now there is sadness and melancholy in my heart. There is remorse, regret, and guilt. Upsetness for the things that I have said and done, and for the things that I never said that I should have, for the things that I never did that I should have done. I should have been more careful. For now, I see you as somebody that I can no longer approach. Because once upon a time I feel like I knew you, and it was easy for me to get to you, but now you've changed. You've upped that game. It's difficult to be with you. I can't, because I don't know you anymore. You are now at a higher level than I am, and I look up at you, and you seem unapproachable. I have done this to myself. For now, I feel that love, but too much has happened, and I don't know what to do. All right, Aries. Wow. This is not nice. A lot is going on, which is quite negative. Wow. We have here somebody who is afraid. Somebody who does not want to be on the same page. Is totally different type of individual. Somebody's very overwhelmed now to the point where they can't think straight. They need time to sort out their emotions. Somebody who's lied. Sneaky behavior. And then also somebody now who realizes that whatever I did was wrong. I mean, it's good that they realize this, but they put you through the ringer. And they themselves have gone through it too. Good Lord. Oh my gosh. I'm seeing something right now in my mind's eye. It's kind of graphic. But when you, let's just say, when you're crushing something through two tubes. There's a tube here and the tube here, and you're passing something through both of these tubes and it's becoming very plain. It's coming out plain. It's like this. This person not only went through it, but they dragged you through it too. And the both of you, you thought you were doing the right thing, but then things started to change. Your person of interest started to behave differently because their ideas and their opinions, their beliefs, their thoughts, their views, it was all different. And now they think that there's so much distance that it's hard for them to even come back into your life because they see that you perhaps have moved on. Now, maybe some of you have moved on, maybe some of you have not. But from this person's point of view, that is what they think and that's what they feel. All right, we have here the Ace of Arrows. So, I have here the beginner's, the beginner's tarot deck. No. Okay, this just caught me off guard. It's a very highly horny card. This is the Lover's Path Tarot deck, yes. Now, this person is just, they want you, okay? Sexually, they want you. Too much. To the point where even if they had you, it just would not be enough. Now, I am going to get into the details of this, but that energy is just so all over the place right now. So this card, this deck, I like to read in the reverse, and this deck I read a little bit into the past. So I go into the past to have a look at what happened in the first place. I have the ability of doing that, past, present, or future. So you go a little bit into the past to see what happened, what caused this issue. Some of you may have wanted closure. You never got that. This person may have faded. They may have ghosted. They may have not communicated with you. Maybe it's breadcrumbing. So because of this, there's an answer. And those answers may not have been given to you at that time because they had that fear. They just felt like they could not connect with you anymore. They could not be open and honest with you. There was lack of honesty there with the sneaky card, Wild Woman. Now we also have the first set of cards that I just read. That is your present status. That's a present situation of your person of interest and probably even yourself because of the intensity of those cards. Ace of Arrows, and then we have Desire. Let's have a look. So this is some reason, at least two, as to what happened and why did it happen. Aha. Ace of Arrows. This person had at that time a lack of understanding, a lack of intelligence, and a lack of wisdom. They were not wise. Here they needed clarity and good judgment, but they could not. They were not able to make incisive decisions when it comes to powers of the heart. So there are certain things that they could have done through their heart, with their heart, through the love and the emotion that they had, but they were not doing that. Here we also have the need for thought, self-recrimination, and rejection of personal power, to blame others, and confusion. So it does appear here that this person knew that they could have made a difference, but they didn't. And instead of getting the job done, they were just blaming on they were blaming it on other people, on other circumstances, other factors. The reason why they were doing this was because they were confused. Now, were they confused about this connection? Probably, but what I'm getting here is they were confused more about their emotions. They did not know, and that is exactly why they're overwhelmed. You had the crisis card. They're overwhelmed with their emotions, so they did not know what to do, where to go, how to handle the situation. And when they were confused, they just shut right out. They just closed the door, and that's the end of it. Goodbye. This is because they had that lack of wisdom. They were not wise enough to deal with it. Understanding, there was a lack of understanding. Had they probably learned more about this connection, perhaps they would have learned more about the person, yourself, and that wisdom would have just come right through. Here we also have intelligence. Now, there's a lack of. We have desire. Let's have a look. They were being pulled by desire, movement into the next phase of life. They were feeling impatient at some point in time, and they were trapped by desires that felt unquenchable. The timing they also felt was very inconvenient when you came into their life. There was disregard and insensitivity to the importance around themselves. Here we have trapped by desires that feel unquenchable and inconvenient timing. Your person of interest really desired you, but they felt that the timing was very wrong. Either you should have met years ago or years later. Why? Maybe they're with somebody else. Maybe you're with somebody else. Maybe somebody here is working on a project. They have to move out of town, do something like that. But whatever the case is, the timing and that feeling of timing, it does seem as if it was not the right sort of timing. And because of that, there was a lack of growth in this connection. There was more of a physical connection. And strictly being just on the intellectual side here, there was an intellectual part, meaning, let's put it this way. They were using their intellect instead of their emotions. And with the intellect, what they were doing was they were leaving their emotions unconsidered, and they were just using their body. So here you have an individual who is very practical, very realistic, but they're not good at planning. They're not reliable. And also, when they were in this connection with you, I see that their behavior was more of that physical side. They were always wanting to be intimate. And that's fine, but there's a lack of balance here that I see. And with someone like this, when they have a lack of wisdom, you are dealing with somebody who is immature. Immature and inexperienced, perhaps. It could be either or. All right, let's have a look at the Beginner's Tarot deck. This one I got right. Okay. Move along. 8 of Cups. This is any actions, any plans, any intentions your person may have towards you. Wow, dark and dreary indeed. We have here the 4 of Cups, followed by the Hermit. Okay. Hermit's not bad. Hermit's actually really good. And then we have the King of Cups, followed by the Tower. All right. So we have here the 8 of Cups. Your person of interest wants to literally just move on. They're pretty much done with what has happened. But they don't want to move on from you. They want to move on from the situation that they find themselves kind of caught in. They find it uncomfortable. And they want to move on. They want to pretend like nothing ever happened. But what's really good about this, if we were to just hide this, the 4 of Cups, what's really good about this is an individual that's trying to become more spiritual, trying to become more knowledgeable and gain that wisdom. Who am I? What am I? Why am I here? Why do I do the things that I do? That's why they became the hermit right there. So yes, this person's moving on. It's a good thing. It's a win-win situation for both of you. Then we have here the Four of Cups. Why do they want to do this? Simply because they realized that there have been other opportunities that have come and gone, and yet nobody has taken advantage of that. The opportunities that were given, they came, they went. The problem is, even after the opportunities are coming, this person's very upset, they're bored, they're sulking, they're really upset about this whole situation, and they are depressed. There's levels of depression. Here, there could be reconciliation with the Three of Cups, but they're ignoring that. They're not even looking at it, even though it's right in front of them. They're looking past it. What are they looking at? They're looking at the past. They're envisioning that same old memory, the thing that went wrong. And this is why they now become that hermit. So I do see this person becoming a hermit for some time, meaning they're going to see what they can do in order to be a better person with you, treating you better. And not just with you, but the rest of the world. Why do they do the things that they do? Why do they behave like this? With the Hermit card, there comes forced isolation, introspection, forcing oneself into loneliness, to contemplate and to have an understanding as to who they are and what they're doing. And why do they do the things that they do? And why do they do that to specific people? How can they be better? All of this, these are those thoughts, these are those emotions that this person goes through, but they want to detach from the rest of the world because they want to regain that balance in their life. But by detaching, they are able to focus more on certain things that are happening. They can focus more on what really matters. Here, finally, at some point in time, they're going to rise from that, and they're going to gain this. There's going to be this flood, this rush of emotion. King of Cups. With the King of Cups, it talks about how this person is going to make an offer to you. This offer is real, and it's actually very solid because it's coming from a king. Wow, so the person's now been promoted. Somebody who's very immature to somebody who's just right on top there as a king. Emotionally, this person is now going to be on that level. And that's excellent, and it's the King of Cups, so you have that emotion in there now. It's not just about desire and lust and passion. It's not just about that. Passion's fine, but when it's just simply lust, it can also become very toxic. Here we have the King of Cups. A person who really wants to give you that love, to settle down with you, but to let you know that emotionally, they are always going to be there for you. That's what this person wants you to know. Now, the overall arching theme is something that is happening to them right now. It is chaotic. It's too much for them to handle. It's like the awakening card, coming to that awakening, realizing something. Not only that, but understanding that in this connection, there is a lot more that is happening, that is going to happen. Now, I also see with this certain things that this person didn't realize before, and now they're starting to see it. This is an awakening. This is an epiphany. This is an aha moment. This is almost like the crisis card. Having that crisis. There you go. I was looking for something here. Right there. So here, I believe you had this card before, right in the beginning of the reading. Awakening. I think it was around this area. Awakening. With the awakening, this is a volcano. Poof, erupting right there, right? Over here you have lightning coming down. But either way, this is a huge kind of realization that your person of interest is going through. Okay? So something huge is going to happen. And it is going to have a very positive effect on your person of interest. Very nice. All right, let's see what the angels have to say about this one. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right, these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. So these are words of wisdom, advice, based on the situation that we've just gone through. All right. So, first card, the strongest. Remain positive, but also we have here improving health. So, that is the overall arching theme, and that does mean that the angels are pretty worried and concerned about you not taking care of yourself, or how this situation has been draining you, how it has made you feel as time has gone by, a little too much going on, where it's not healthy for you anymore. The first card's the strongest. We have here remain positive. So it is important for you to keep that positivity going, and I do have packages on my website. Please have a look at them, how to remove those negative energies. One's called a Holy Light package. One is called a Chakra Checkup package, which I recommend for this one right there. And if you are getting the Holy Light package, that is a self-help guide. You can get the Holy Light package plus the Water Wellness package. Those both are self-help guides, and that also helps you with this. But it does not have a personalized reading. The personalized reading you get is with the Chakra Checkup. Now, why do I look at that? Because that package that I'm talking about, it deals with this and this. Negative energies are around you right now. Those of you who have these negative energies may be feeling this is affecting your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. This affects you in that way. I have the ability, with the help of my angel guide as well, to remotely have a look how many negative energies are inside of your home, around your aura, and inside of your chakra centers, which is associated to your bodily functions. Now, once you get rid of those things, those negative energies, you finally have room for something positive, because now they are not outnumbered. And it's easy to manifest things if it is written in your book of life, if it is written and owed to you karmically, then it will come to you. They are saying here certain things have changed, and it is up to you whether you want this to occur or not. Here we have a situation where some of you may be comfortable with this person and you may want to pursue this connection with this individual, but some of you have just given up on them because they've had such a negative effect and impact on you and your life and even your health. And of course, this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. In the near future, and then we have a year from now, there's going to be an opportunity. So for some of you, it's going to be in the near future. There's going to be an opportunity that's going to come to you. And for others of you, from now until the next year, it's going to take a few months, there is going to be an opportunity that's going to come towards you. It's going to be a very abundant sort of feeling. You're going to have a lot of abundance coming to you. Take the opportunity. Sometimes it comes knocking at our door and we ignore it, but always see how it goes. If you don't like it, at least you could say, I tried. But it's important to take those opportunities when they come to you. We also have here, look for a sign. Now, we don't go out looking for signs, but it's important to kind of be aware of what's going on around you. Sometimes we see license plates, and that is truly a thing. You can see the repetitive numbers, right? What we call numbers that are the angel numbers. certain words, billboards, the words that they sing, the lyrics in a song, a specific sentence at a certain time. But you have to see what you're thinking at that moment in time. And when you do, it will automatically start to make sense to you. But please don't go out looking and don't interpret or misinterpret. Sometimes you get somebody that calls you and nobody answers on the other side, and you think it's a prank phone call, or your ex-lover or your person of interest is calling you. Majority of the time, it's not that person. So don't take those kind of signs, because sometimes it's just a mistake, and sometimes it is negative energies trying to fool you. That does happen. They have the power of doing that. It's energy going into energetic wires and getting the job done. I have here, don't stop. There's some of you that are going to want to literally just give up because you're not happy in this connection. However, the angels here are trying to tell you, don't stop in the sense, don't stop giving and receiving love. Keep that positive energy flowing, because when you do, good things are going to come to you because you're going to attract that. Now, like I said, please have a look for these things. Have a look on my website for the Holy Light package as well as the Chakra Checkup package. One of the two you can always get. Also, for those of you that may feel, and this may sound weird, but if your home you feel is haunted, black magic, sleep paralysis, shadow men, weird stuff that just happens that you don't want going on in your house that you know is supernatural. Doesn't have to be a house, flat, wherever. That package helps. The Holy Light package helps. Okay? And that's it. Thank you, Aries, for tuning in and for your support. Please do have a look at my other channel on Asnointia Audio. No, my other channel on YouTube, which is Asnointia Audio. Sorry, guys. And on that channel, I actually do have, regarding this, I have one video that I put up a while ago. It's about negative energies. What and who are negative energies? How to recognize and remove negative energies. That will help you understand how all of this works. Once you have that understanding, you will know how to recognize it, how to remove it, how to avoid it, that sort of thing. Now, I also have on that channel videos regarding relationships and advice, and that advice comes from knowing the feelings and emotions on the average of other people, so that's really helpful. And I also have some simply on spiritual connections. What are twin flames, soulmates, karmic partners, past life and spiritual connections, all of that sort of thing. And that's it. Please do have a visit. Please do like, share, and subscribe. All right. You all take care. Stay safe. I will see you guys again. Thank you so much, Aries, for your support. Bye now.